run better, we need to return to land, we need to land now.
Hey everyone, Aviator 51 here. Today I wanted to make a quick update video on my power loss that occurred to me a few weeks ago. If you haven't seen my video, go ahead and watch it. So basically what happened was I was in the climb out and lost the power temporarily, and the power came back and I was able to make a normal landing back at the airport. After the incident, we had the mechanic check out the airplane for any kind of abnormalities, and basically he could not find anything. So at this point, after talking to many people, talking to our partners and other people on various social media platforms, we think that it's probably, like I initially suspected, it's probably water in the fuel system caused a temporary power loss. But I do wanted to thank each of you who have reached out to me either in the comments or reached out to me directly on various social media platforms and providing your valuable feedback, which I much appreciated. And I apologize for not making this video sooner. Life kind of got in the way. I've been traveling a lot for personal and business purposes. The airplane is back in service, so we have been flying. I actually did my longest cross country recently to Arkansas, so that video is coming up soon. So please make sure to subscribe to my channel. After posting my video, a lot of people had some comments and questions, so I do wanted to go back and address a few things. So one of the common questions that I received is that why did I not declare an emergency? So while I was in the traffic pattern, the engine came back full power, and I was at a position to make a 180 back on the runway that I just took off. So honestly, I did not really think of declare an emergency, possibly because back of my mind I'm thinking that I have adequate power and adequate altitude to be able to make a landing. So declare an emergency would have been okay, acceptable I think, but I just didn't really think of it. In fact, the controller asked me if I needed a priority landing, and I denied that as well. I did not take it. So in the retrospect, I could have taken a priority landing, so that would have caused a little less nervousness throughout the whole situation. Okay, so some people asked me, could this have been due to carb ice? So it was a cool day, but it was also very dry. The temperature was about 45 degrees Fahrenheit. The dew point was about 20 degrees Fahrenheit. So the relative humidity was low. So based on those factors, although there is a possibility of carb ice, and the probability of having carb ice is relatively low. Although everything went well, everything was uneventful, I do think there are a few things that I could have done better. One of them being requesting either priority landing or probably declare an emergency. Another one is I did not necessarily follow the emergency checklist. So I did not switch the fuel tanks, I did not turn the fuel pump on, I did not pull the carb heat. Only action I took right after the power loss was to pull the throttle back and shove it forward. So after that, I had the power restored. I'm not exactly sure why I did that. It's possibly I'm trying to prevent the engine to completely stop, and also remember leaning the mixture after the fact just to give us maximum power. It's been a while since I got my emergency training done, so it's probably a good time to go back and revisit it, practice some more emergency maneuvers. So one thing I would kind of give my credit myself is that I frequently practice power of 180s. Which in this case gave me a lot of confidence that even if I had lost the power in downwind, I was confident that I would make a power of 180 back on the runway. So I basically had 3 runways there to choose from. Another thing that I thought helped me is that staying close to the pattern. When I do a pattern work, I try to stay really close to the runway in an event like this, so that I could make a power of 180 and land back on the airport. I hope you learned something from my experience. I certainly did a lot. It was nerve-wracking, just to say the least, and my heart rate was elevated rest of the day just from the whole incident. But certainly I learned something about myself and how I react to a situation like this. It was certainly kind of like an eye-opener. So once again, I wanted to thank you for watching my previous video, and thank you for watching this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.